Hey guys, welcome back to your second lesson here in Calc 3. This will be a very quick lesson on some vector notation. So I guess this should have actually been my first video on vectors, but that's okay because most of you are familiar with this notation. So I'm only going to reinforce the idea here. If I draw an arrow here, can I mathematically tell the reader, hey, this is a vector? Definitely not. If someone is reading this, their best guess would be that this is some slope of a line or something. So in order to denote an arrow as a vector, you first need to give it a name, okay? So there are two ways to name this arrow. You can either name the whole thing as some variable, so I'll just go with v. Remember, this is not a vector yet. Or the other way that you can name this arrow is you can take the initial point, that's basically where you begin your arrow, and then you can give that some name. So I'm going to go with A for the initial point, and then for the terminal point, that's where your arrow ends. So I'm going to call that part, I'm going to call that section B. And then now I have the arrow AB, okay? It's still not a vector yet. Now, here's the crucial step of letting people know, hey, this is a vector. And that's by drawing a half arrow on top of the letters, okay? And then I'm going to have vector AB, okay? So you can either go with, half arrow or a full arrow. So I can also go with vector V like that. It doesn't really matter. I personally use half arrows. I think they're a bit more professional, but that's just a matter of your personal preference. And that's pretty much it. That's all I got for this lesson. So we've got a vector here. I'm just gonna finalize everything. So now I can say, hey, V is a vector, and then I can say AB is also a vector. So these two are pretty much the same thing. You can either name your vector AB or you can just go with V. It doesn't really matter, depending on what type of application you're working with. So hope this really helps. Please drop me a comment if you're not sure about something, and then I can get back to you when I can. I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my channel, and then as always I'll be adding more lessons as I go. So all right, good night.